Look at the headlines surrounding British Columbia Premier David Eby, and you see a storm of multi-billion-dollar developer bailouts, money laundering investigations, and questions about Chinese state-linked influence. When a politician sits at the center of that much smoke, the public naturally assumes there is a fire in their bank account, a hidden offshore trust, or a direct financial kickback. But Eby files annual statements like this for public audit. These records show his only income is his official salary, his assets are standard retirement savings, and his liabilities are just a mortgage and a student loan. Data from Elections BC reinforces this picture. His party's funds are accounted for under strict donation caps that explicitly block the corporate and union money that once dominated provincial politics. This creates a fascinating contradiction. If the official record shows a leader living on a standard public salary, why is his administration still facing intense scrutiny for policy capture and foreign interference? To find the answer, you have to look at how British Columbia manages its overlapping crises of housing affordability and illicit cash. Eby entered the spotlight as a crusader. He was the one who reported that up to $2 billion in suspected drug money was laundered through local casinos and luxury real estate in a single year. His early tactics were aggressive. In 2015, he co-sponsored a study that used non-anglicized Chinese names on property titles to try and trace the flow of foreign homebuyers. He later expressed deep regret for that study at a public inquiry, admitting that drawing conclusions from such a small sample size was insensitive and fueled anti-Asian racism. As he rose to power, his strategy for fixing the housing market shifted. Instead of attacking foreign buyers, his leadership campaign began relying on support and donations from local real estate developers. That shift brings us to a major current controversy. Investigative reporters are now scrutinizing a $3.2 billion program that uses public funds to buy unsold developer condo units. It's a perfect example of how this system works now. There is no evidence of a personal bribe, but the administration is still using massive amounts of public money to bail out a specific politically connected industry. This dynamic also applies to foreign interference, specifically the tactics used by Beijing's United Front Work Department. This is what experts call elite capture. It doesn't involve handing a politician a bag of cash. It works by funding community groups and controlling diaspora media to move policy from the inside out. In Eby's administration, this concern centers on close advisor Ding Guo and an organization called the Canada Committee 100 Society. Intelligence reports link the society to the United Front. Despite these red flags, Eby granted $20,000 in public funds to his advisors group right before his leadership race. This highlights the systemic vulnerability. A foreign adversary doesn't need to corrupt a premier's personal bank account if they can capture the trusted advisors who help him make his decisions. If this interference is happening at the provincial level, why doesn't the premier just look at the intelligence reports and stop it? In March 2023, Premier Eby met with the regional director of CSIS to discuss these exact threats. Meeting notes show Eby was frustrated. He wanted actionable intelligence to protect BC elections and track the illicit money service businesses moving through the province. But he hit a legal wall. Under the CSIS Act, the agency reports only to the federal government. They are legally prohibited from sharing classified intelligence with provincial leaders. The CSIS official described the dilemma this way: the province doesn't know what the province doesn't know. It leaves local governments fighting on the front lines of foreign interference, while legally blindfolded by federal information silos. British Columbia has built a system that tracks a politician's personal salary with incredible precision, but it has left massive, systemic loopholes completely unguarded. Our obsession with personal financial disclosures blinds us to the actual mechanics of how political capture works in the modern era. To fix this, federal laws like the CSIS Act must be updated to securely share threat intelligence with the provincial governments that actually run local elections. Public scrutiny must expand beyond the personal bank account to include the advisors, developers, and community networks shaping policy from the inside. Until we address these systemic blind spots, local governments will remain vulnerable, no matter how standard a leader's personal income appears to be.